Hey guys, so this is my final Phyrexia will be one sealed. It will be number 9. I've just scraped together enough gems to get a last one in just before the sign up ends. So let's go for it. I believe we'll have 3 hours to complete the games. Should be enough. We'll have to put our deck together pretty quickly. Ooh, Venerated Rot Priest. It's my first one. Obviously a very popular card at the moment. But let's start in the top left here. We have the Seed Core. I've seen this before. It's mana fixing as long as it's Phyrexian creature spells you're casting. So it acts as mana for any colour. And then when your opponent's corrupted, you can pump a 1/1 creature by +2/+1. Really good for might tokens. Turns them into a 3/2, lets them sort of trade up. So pretty good. Vraska, Betrayal Sting, 4 black and Phyrexian black. Yeah, 6 mana planeswalker. You can play for 5 mana and 2 life. Fantastic card, I would say. So for 0, draw a card and you lose 1 life. Proliferate. So you actually, of course, you get +1 loyalty when you proliferate, because it's affecting counters. Then for -2, target creature becomes a treasure artifact with sacrifice this artifact, and loses all other card types and abilities. So it's you kill something for -2, then -9. If target player has fewer than 9 poison counters, they get a number of poison counters equal to the difference. If they're on 0, they get 9. If they're on 8, they get 1. Pretty cool. If you pay your Phyrexian mana, it enters with 2 fewer loyalty counters. So the 5 mana version of this is 4 loyalty. Right. We're going to see if we can figure out how to fit this in a deck. We've got Conduit of Worlds, 2 green and 2 artifact. You may play lands from your graveyard. Tap, choose target non-land permanent card in your graveyard. If you haven't cast a spell this turn, you may cast that card. If you do, you can't cast additional spells this turn. Activate only as a sorcery. So that's pretty amazing value. Specifically, when you're in the late game top deck phase, this is unbelievably good. You get something back from the graveyard into play, a permanent, every turn. It's not quite so good before that phase, but it can bring back something crucial from the graveyard that's died. So this seems very good. And you can play lands from the graveyard, so it's really great with the sacrifice lands, which can keep drawing you cards. So that's brilliant as well. We know the Venerated Rot Priest is pretty brilliant in Constructed. But what it actually says, but it's pretty good anyway, because it's a toxic 1 for 1 mana, and it's a 1/2 creature. Whenever a creature you control becomes the target of a spell, target opponent gets a poison counter. So they'll get a bit punished for using removal on your stuff. They'll probably remove this first. So good card in limited, I would say. What we even have Melira, the Living Cure, green-white, human scout, 3/3 for 2 mana as well. If you would get 1 or more poison counters instead, you get 1 poison counter, and you can't get additional poison counters this turn. You can exile Melira to choose another target creature or artifact. When it's put into a graveyard this turn, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. So it's sort of secondary thing. You can save one of your creatures at instant speed when it's about to die. But it also will get its enter the battlefield effect again if it has one, which is nice. So really nice in this environment to have an answer to poison. It might be a difficult choice we have between going for the green-white deck and for maybe a black-green deck. But we can splash black for Vraska, because you can cast her with Phyrexian mana. Doesn't have to be a double black thing, and you can still remove a creature. So she's a 5 mana removal spell basically that sticks around, which is pretty cool. And then last but not least, Argentum Masticore, 5 mana for a 5/5 first strike protection from multicolored. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice Argentum Masticore unless you discard a card. When you discard a card this way, destroy target non-land permanent and opponent controls with mana value less than or equal to the mana value of the discarded card. Right. This card's great, so you can. It's interesting. Obviously, if this is the last card in your hand and you play it, you've probably made a mistake, because you can't you won't have any cards to discard, so you'll sacrifice it in next upkeep. You've got to make sure you've got at least got 1 card left in your hand when you play this. Hopefully I won't make that mistake. You can discard a land to kill a 0-cost creature, like a might token. That happened to me the other game when I ran into this. And it's sort of interesting. Is it worth discarding your spells to kill stuff? On balance, yes, probably is. The problem happens when your opponent doesn't have any viable targets, and you're having to discard good cards and not kill anything. Then it feels pretty bad. Then you've just got to rely on hitting them with a 5/5 first strike and killing them. I think you do have that benefit of this card. So yes, that seems pretty good. I think we've got to try playing it, even if it is a little bit weird, this card. But you can't argue with 5/5 first strike for 5 mana. Let's see. So we've got a few nice rares we want to play. I'm going to quickly go through each color by color, and we're going to see if there are sort of interesting bombs, removal, or evasion cards. Okay, this gives evasion. That gives flying. That's worth mentioning. That is basically removal. Taps things down. Flying. Combat trick. This is a really good combat trick, but we'll skip it. That's got flying. Doubles 2 Jawbone Duelists. That's pretty interesting. Of course, we're thinking of going white-green. So white's looking good. This has got lifelink, which is nice, but we'll come back to that. Veil of Assimilation, that's a bit niche, I think. Skip that. Annex Sentry is fantastic. Flensing Raptor, fantastic. Hexgold Hoverwings, fantastic. Lots of flyers. This has got Vigilance, it's okay. Basilica Shepherd has flying as well. Apostle of Evasion has flying as well. Oh my goodness, we have Vivisection Evangelist. This is an amazing uncommon, which can just kill something as its enter the board effect if your opponent is corrupted. Lots of fun, and of course Melira white is one of her colours, so white looks amazing. Got to say, we've just added 15 white cards. My last seal deck I added 5 white cards, and I still played white. Okay, we'll look at blue just for just because we can. This is we include things like Glistening Seer. Any cheap card selection, mana fixing cards are great. They help you get out of. They help fix your opening hand, which is often something you want to do. Skull Bomb can bounce a blocker. That's good. No to that one. Early mana fixing, good. Flyer, good. Removal, good. Expensive card draw, skip it. And big creature, skip it. So we'll go on to black. Cool, we have a Dross Pits, that's nice. We have 3 Dross Skull Bombs, so this is card advantage, it's good value. It it's a raised dead basically, and it's cheap card draw. Yeah, include all three of them. Skip the Duress, skip Fleshless Gladiator. There's the Flyer. That's a removal spell. That's yeah. This is a good removal spell. It's a creature, but it can give -1/-1. Good removal. That's a very big creature. I've just been using this guy. This has got evasion. So we skip the Necrotitan, I think. This is good value, but we skip it. This we've got 3 of these for the proliferate deck, and then Vraska's removal. Black looks pretty good. We can justify playing black. Okay, there's only 8 cards we've selected there, but there's also some filler cards here we can probably use. Let's go to red. Autonomous Furnace, good. This has got trample, so it's evasion. We like that. This puts oil. It's on something. It's kind of niche. This is, but it's also sack and draw, which could be useful for mana fixing early. This can discard and draw, so that's good early. No to this one. No to this one. That's got evasion. That's good. Oh yeah, this is a one-way sweeper for your opponent's side of the board. It does one damage, takes out all their blockers. This is a removal card. It can kill stuff. That's just a creature. That's a big trampling creature. Sure, let's add it. Let's go on to green quickly. So Hunter Maze, good. Incubation Sack makes Hill Giants. Just seems like a bomb to me. Makes lots of creatures. This adds mana. We like that. For Rot Priest, it's basically like direct damage, giving people poison counters, so that's great. We love reach creatures. We like stopping small flyers. This is kind of boring. We skip this. This is removal. We want that. That's a bomb. We want that. This guy's pretty good for the oil deck. Actually, no. We'll come back to this if we're playing oil. I don't think we are. Haste and Toxic 3 is quite nice. Haste is a bit like an evasion ability. People may not be ready to block that. And this has got reach and trample, so that's good as well. So yeah, green looked quite good there. 11 green cards. And we'll go to our artifacts or colorless cards. We want the Masticore. That one's insanely good. I think we want Seed Core. I think this is quite a good equipment, to be honest, but I'm going to skip it. Dune Mover is early fixing, so we want that. This is fixing, we want that. And Atlas we can consider, because that's also fixing, because we might be going 3 colors. Right. But we have just selected 72 cards, which is a lot of cards. We've got a lot of choices. So the easy thing to cut right away is blue. Not enough blue cards that are worth playing. We will have a look at blue, just see what are we really missing out on that we didn't pick. Nothing particularly interesting. Right, Surgical Skull Bombs go away as well, because that is another blue card. Next candidate for removal. There are no bomb rares in red. I think we can just drop red. Drop that. Drop that. We're not going oil, so we're going toxic. Again, I think we'll trim out anything that any creatures that aren't toxic. Maybe we drop a Sky Scythe Engulfer. It's really good. We do have a couple of ramp cards to get to 6 mana. On the other hand, we might want to limit the number of 6 drops we've got. We probably want to play Apostle of Invasion and Vraska. We're going to go for a corrupted strategy, so I don't think we can afford that 6 drop. Vivisection Evangelist we like. Atrocity we like. Conduit of Worlds. Hexgold Hoverwings. It is a flyer, but we do have a lot of flyers. And it's not doing any poison things, so probably have to cut that. Atlas, I guess if we're playing 3 colours, we need that. Carnivorous Canopy, we've got a lot of flyers. I think it does proliferate. It's optional. I think we can drop it. Vraska's for Edifice, Raptor, Sentry. Okay. Couple long legs. You see that even this guy does proliferate, so he can add a poison counter. Edifice doesn't add a poison counter. Maybe we don't need the Edifice. Incisor Glider gives a nice benefit. This doesn't do any poison things, it just ramps. Potentially we drop. Yeah, we could drop it. Incubation Sack's nice, but and maybe we don't need like 3 Dross Skull Bombs, Basilica Skull Bomb. We'll just cut those just for the moment. Swooping Lookout's nice, but it doesn't do any poison things, so we'll drop it. Okay, so we've cut a chunk out of the deck. We've gone from 72 down to 47. We're going to have to make a decision on is it 2 colours, is it 3 colours? So what I'll do is I think I'll call it there. I'll call that end of part 1, and I'll have a longer think about this and decide what I'm going to do. Alright, thanks for watching so far. And I'm back. So yeah, I've made a few changes to the deck. I've trimmed it down a bit. So the main thing, I've cut 1 Tyrranax Atrocity. I think it has to be done. We've got too many 5-drops. And I'd like the Basilica Shepherd because it's another flyer basically, and it makes these 2 white creatures. That seems pretty good. Whereas this, so you get good value out of this. This still dies to 1 removal spell, so that's the reasoning there. We've got, as you can see, 4 5-drops. Well, potentially 5 with Vraska. We have a 6-drop as well. We've gone quite greedy in terms of the top end of our deck. So we have to play Phyrexian Atlas. We have to play the Rot Priest, not the Rot Priest, the Rustvine Cultivator, to try and get us there to 5 mana. So a bit of a ramp strategy we're going to go for. One thing I've noticed, I was just looking at the deck. I had my my 2 copper long legs in the deck. I realised I'm quite good for flyers. And I wanted to put in first Mandible Justiciar. So I think because we've got a few artifacts, this guy just makes sense. You can pump up your life total. It's nice having a life linker. And then I realised I've got Complete Devotion, which is pretty good when you've got toxic creatures, and especially when you've got a venerated Rot Priest. I thought I want at least 1 spell I can cast on my creatures to trigger the Rot Priest. So that's why that's gone in there. I've dropped the long legs. I'm not going to play Incubation Sack just because this doesn't help our toxic strategy. It's quite mana intensive as well. I think it's quite a good card, but for a kind of late game situation, if you get there. So that's what we're going for. We've still got 18 creatures even after dropping those spiders. That's interesting, isn't it? We've got 14 white cards, only 5 green cards. That's because because of course we dropped the long legs for 2 white cards. We're still trying to play a turn 1 Rot Priest as well. So I wonder if I think we'll keep it like this. So yeah, 7 forests, 7 plains. We've got the seed core for Phyrexian creatures, which is it? Most things. Yes, we've got 17 Phyrexians. So believe me, Seed Core is a good investment here. This is going to help us cast most things. It won't help us with Vraska. That's that's one drawback. We're going to go for only 2 black sources. We don't have the mana fixing land, but we've got the 2 mana fixing artifacts in the deck. So 3 actually, including Dune Mover. So we've basically got 5 black sources, which I think we can get away with. We're only playing 2 black cards, the Evangelist and Vraska. Yeah, so I think that's a pretty reasonable deck. I've not tried the Sinew Dancer before. I think this could be a good idea. I've not seen other people playing this actually, but it's like it's a creature that can act like a removal spell. We actually we're very short on removal spells. We've just got loads of creatures. We've got creatures that do removal like Annex Sentry, Vivisection Evangelist, and Argenta Masticore, which is quite interesting. And the combo, I just realised, obviously I'm discarding things with the Masticore, but then I can bring them back with Conduit of Worlds. So that could be pretty amazing. So yeah, I think I'm pretty excited to try this deck out. I mean, usually when that happens, I go 0-3, but I think we'll just give it a shot. I'm going to just check the temperature. 55 degrees. I mean, we're just going to have to... We've only got 2 hours left. It could take 2 hours. It could be a long one, potentially. I think we're just going to go straight through and not take any breaks and hope my computer is up to it. Okay, no black, but yeah, we're splashing black. We've got the green tap land. I think I'll start with a tap land. I don't think you need a Sinew Dancer on turn 1, particularly, but we do want a Sentry probably on turn 3. That's what I'm thinking. You're not guaranteed to get a tap land. He's going first. He did mulligan, and we could trade off Sinew Dancer here, but no, I'm not going to do that. I'll accept a poison counter. Okie doke. Well, we have a blocker for Crawling Chorus at least. We've got the Jawbone Duelist. Has he got removal here? Oh, Swooping Lookout. Interesting. Okay. Okay. That's an interesting decision. What have you got for 1 white mana? That's a combat trick. I'm going to go ahead and block this one. Yeah. Okay, most aggressive thing to do here. Raptor, fly in, do 4 damage, and do 2 poison, unless he wants to block. Or we could Annex Sentry his Deep Faith Duelist. I think I'm going to go aggressive here. I think he missed a land drop, by the way. Which means he's going to get corrupted on me next turn. But we'll accept that. Because I still can't block this thing. Cool, another green mana, okay. So we can't play Atlas and Annex Sentry. We don't have enough mana to do that. Duelist will trade off for this Lookout. But there's no need to do that because we can tap it down later with a Sinew Dancer. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to swing with the Raptor, though. He might have a combat trick, we'll see. Okay, so we get to 3 poison. That's pretty significant. And we are going to Annex Sentry this guy. And play a Sinew Dancer as well, because why not? And that taps something down for 1, which seems pretty good to me. Okay, there's a mana. Let's... I'd rather do this end of his turn. That's what I'm thinking. Except if we tap it down now, it can't trade off with the Duelist, which was the thing I was worried about. Okay, Maze's Mantle. Very good. Alright. But it doesn't have Toxic, so it doesn't get yeah, it doesn't get to do anything. It doesn't get hexproof, is what I mean. And 4 poison counters, please. Yeah, only get hexproof if the target has Toxic. Okay, nice quick one. Yeah, I think these 1 mana dudes that tap things down are going to be fantastic on that evidence. And that was just the aggro part of the deck doing its job there. Right, okay, I'm going first. We cannot cast anything. We have no target for complete devotion that we can play. I think we have to mulligan this. That's better. We just hit basically, well, we don't have a plains, but this casts Phyrexian things. Good. This is good. Right. We could put the really expensive thing back. Yes. Yes, put that back. Play the tap land first, or the cultivator. Play the tap land first. So I can do a Flensing Raptor turn 3, basically. Seed Core should be able to cast both of these, right? So this is the thing that gives flying. I didn't add this to my deck. We play a Forest and a Raptor. And does he want to block a 2/2 double strike? We'll see. Very nice. Get to 2 poison. Oh wow! Seed Core pumps up a 1/1 creature when he gets to corrupted. Ah, now he's got another one, so he can just double block and kill the Raptor. We're just short, and we're drawing lands as well. Yeah, he's got a good block there. I'm gonna have to not attack. He's blocked up the board. However, I should... Well, I can cast most things in the deck. I can't cast Apostle of Invasion. I'll need double white for that. Or the Basilica thingy. Oh, but this can untap Seed Core. Oh, that's amazing. This can untap Seed Core, and I can get a double pump on Jawbone Duelist. That would be amazing. Okay, let's play this, and he's got the Rib Skiff as well. Okay, nice. Nice going. Oh my god, that's can't be countered. 5/5 trample. As long as it's your turn, he has indestructible. Can't be the target of non-green spells your opponent controls or abilities from non-green sources your opponent controls. So I cannot tap him down with this guy. In other words, nice. He has hit something absolutely beautiful there. I do have a little problem with the Sinew Dancer. It needs white mana to tap things down, and yeah, you can only use the mana to cast creature spells, not their abilities. is a shame. Okay, we will get an oil counter on the cultivator. This needs another black mana before you can sacrifice it. Okay, it's interesting. We can do the duelist again. We really, really, really want to get to corrupted. I think it means sacrificing basically one of our creatures. We're going to Raptor this guy again. Yep, he can double block and kill it. I won't get that lovely Seed Core action, but then we will get to corrupted, which is going to help other things. So, and we've got to get moving because we're going to get killed by a 5/5 in 4 turns. Has this got reach? You've always got to check these green creatures, see if they've got reach. All right, next to combat. This is the Rib Skiff as well. That doesn't have reach. Good. I wouldn't have thought it would have reach. So basically, yeah, you can double block this or double block this and get a kill. But he's going to block both of them to stop me getting corrupted. And he's going to lose this. I'm okay with that. And end the turn. Do I play the forest? No. End the turn. He can give this flying and +2/+2. He can slam in with this for 7 if he wants. But it's got trample anyway, so... Not blocking it. And he's got another big creature to follow up. Over to my turn. I do not have corrupted, so I cannot use my Seed Core to pump my dude. We have hit some white mana though. And of course he just dies to the Incisor Glider as well, more to the point. Right. So, what we do here... we don't need to tap this pre-combat. We just attack with both the Raptors. Or we could tap the... No. No. Yeah, we just attack with both the Raptors. Let's not overthink it. That's the thing to do. And we're going to get a bit murdered by big creatures. But we can tap one of them down, which is nice. And we'll check that that doesn't say sorcery speed. I guess on... in response to his attack phase, we will tap down the Lattice Blade Mantis. Or even a Tyrranax Atrocity. So I was just thinking, he might have a haster here. Oh, he does. Okay, we have to tap that down. So yes, Sinew Dancer is already amazing. Oh yes, he gets to... Forgot he had the Rip Skiff. He's got a lot of stuff, this guy. And he's got to spend the old counter to untap his Lattice. Because this guy can could kill it. Right, 9 damage coming in. Do I start chump blocking? Tell me that is not sorcery speed. Okay. Jawbone Duelist is going to trade off for a creature. It's going to trade off for the Lattice Blade Mantis. Am I taking 4 damage from that? Or am I blocking with this? Okay, I'm gonna take 9 damage. And I'm gonna remember to pump this guy up as well. I will get myself a lovely, lovely oil counter. I've just realised I could have tapped that for black mana, untapped it, sacrificed it for a card. So yeah, absolutely nothing much we can do about Thrun, other than block it with everything. And hope for the best, I guess. Okay. So yeah, we're going to stay back and block because there's no racing this. And he's going to obviously crew the Rib Skiff again if I tap down the Tyrranax Atrocity. He's got another Tyrranax Atrocity. So he has hit the top end of his deck. I mean, 3 5-drops. Beautiful. I mean, most decks have 3. The recommended amount is 3 5-drops in a 40-card deck, and he's hit them all in the top 16 cards. Okay. Is there any possible, conceivable way we can possibly survive here? And do we tap something down? Right, he's got a... No, we don't tap this down. We'll make this a 3/2 creature, which could be important. So, you two take him out. I can't trade off with the others, so this guy sacrifices himself here. I take 4 damage. I go to 5 poison. Okay, 3 blockers. Like that. And what we do is tap this for black mana. Add 1 black mana. Untap it. No, don't do that. That's the one we want. Oh my god. I untap the Seed Core. Oh no, we don't have any 1/1 creatures left. That's a good point. You can't double pump a 1/1 creature because it's no longer a 1/1 creature. Silly me. Right, sacrifice that for a card. It's the Atlas. Okay. That had trample as well. I forgot that. I nearly miscalculated. Okay, I don't think we can do this. Let's have an Atlas. And June Mover. Oh yeah, and the other little tiny issue I completely forgot about. This guy's invulnerable on his turn anyway, so I just completely threw away 2 creatures. Little small factor there that I overlooked. Nice. It didn't even have to use his Basilica Scar Bomb really, but that can pump the team now. Very nice. Oh, my block missed there. Never mind. I'm gonna do him point of damage. Take 17. So fair enough. That's what happens when the big creature deck hits its big creatures and its land. It can do that to you. In theory, we can do that as well if we hit our big creatures. Okay, next game. And he was playing both Tyrranax Atrocities. Maybe I should as well. It's just a case of what do we take out for the Tyrranax Atrocity? Do we drop a 2-drop? Can we afford to do that? We could drop our lifelinker. Because it's not toxic. It's not adding to that part of the deck. It's just nice to have a lifelinker that you can pump up. Okay, Seed Core is going to give us Phyrexian mana. We can get a turn 1 Cultivator. Turn 2 Duelist. That's absolutely fine, I think. And even this guy's a Phyrexian. We've got the Seed Core Duelist combo if we can get him to Corrupted. And we can do I think we can do a turn 4 Shepherd, because this will be able to untap something, which will be very nice. But we might not do anything on turn 3 at this rate. We'll just have to see if we top deck something. That's a nice card. Naturally, Phyrexian. See what sort of defense this guy can put up. Double green, or 3/2 creature. That's a pretty good one. We'll have an oil counter, please. Oh, we hit Annex Sentry off the top of the library. Beautiful. So we have something to do on turn 3, and it knocks him out. Knocks out his blocker. I'll put another oil thing on that, I think. Store up a bit of potential mana for later turns. Yeah, that's a ridiculous rollout. So turn 2 Duelist, turn 3 Annex Sentry is just very nasty when you're on the play. First player advantage is just very silly sometimes. Okie doke, he's got a decent blocker this time. He's got his white mana. He's going to get another land now as well. But we're not going to get to Corrupted here unless we sacrifice basically the Jawbone Duelist. I'll play the Seed Core. It's okay to do that, I think. Let's go. Bam. 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 Untap a land. Play Basilica Shepherd. Okay, he's conceded. Nice quick one. Was a good start. Seju. So I think we've got an hour and a half left. 3 games in, potentially 6 more games. So it's been half an hour for 3 games, so pretty good speed. Okay, well, we have Jawbone Duelist and Complete Devotion, which is a nice combination. No green mana or no black mana. We might see the Argentum Masticore next turn. This will draw us a card if we get to play it as well. We just have to hope he doesn't kill my Duelist. And we're going second, we're drawing an extra card. Beautiful. It's a forest right off the top. Our Cultivator. Nice. So I might get a turn 4 Masticore out of this. So we could just discard this to kill something as well. That's another option. So he went first, but we had the fast start. See what he's got. Okay. Fair enough. So we can lose our elf. I'm okay with that. Hit 5 land anyway, so we're pretty much there. And we could use this as try and use this as a protection spell, or we could just draw cards with this now and get through. This would be worth 4 extra damage. Kind of interesting because he's black and white, though. He's not going to be damaged based, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Get in for some extra damage. Draw my extra card. He has another one anyway, so doesn't make much odds. We've got our planes. Play Prism, draw a card. It's nice we're drawing lots of extra cards, lots of extra lands we can just discard to the Manticore. We right, we can play the 5 mana version of this. But we don't have anything to discard to kill this with. but we can discard a land to kill the might it leaves behind. So I think we lead with Vraska. And we go for Phyrexian mana. We're not getting double black. Phyrexian mana, please. So it's only going to be 4. But we're going to knock him out. Oh, and he didn't leave a might behind. That's a shame. We do ramp our opponent doing this a little bit, but I'm okay. I'm okay doing that. You can do a 5 mana creature now. Vraska's fall number 3. Wow. He got me to corrupted just with a single card. And he's got a nice creature to follow up with. Okay. Well, we need 6 mana for this Apostle. It's like we don't have a good sort of Masticore play here, so I will go ahead and play the Apostle and hope he doesn't have more removal. Then again, I don't mind if he blows up the Masticore, because I don't like discarding cards every turn. Let the Masticore soak up his next removal card. That's my theory. Because if he's had 3 removal, he's probably got 2 more in his hand. That's often what seems to happen. They get. Okay, he's going to lose 2 life. Give me another poison. Jump blocker. That's the kind of thing you need. Discard a land. And we'll play an Apostle of Invasion. You can discard the plains next turn. This can draw a card that I can then discard the following turn, so I think we play it. So this is lethal on it. Oh, no, I don't have Corrupted. It is not lethal. Porcelain Zealot can pump creatures up. That's a 5/3. That's pretty scary. He's going to go with that one. That gets me to 6 poison. This would trade off with it. I think we'll let it through though. Okay, we'll discard that plains. Oh wait. I can't respond to that with this, unfortunately. Discard that. Okay, we might hold this as a discard thingy to kill the Stalker. I think we draw a card off this now. We've got Incisor Glider as something to discard as well. That can also kill a 2-drop creature. Okay. I'm thinking, so this doesn't have Corrupted. He can do 3 toxic. I need a blocker here. So hold this to discard. Play this as a blocker because it's actually a very dangerous situation. Maybe I should have held back 1 one of these creatures, actually. Because you could get a surprise win here. He needs a removal and an extra way of getting a poison counter, like another Infectious Inquiry would do it. But he needs to do that with 3 mana, so yeah, it's not possible. No. Well, Masticore didn't kill anything, but it was pretty good. It was a pretty good 5/5 first striker there. Okay, get to at least 50-50. That's nice. Got an hour 23 left for potentially 5 games. Okay, it's all the planes again. We only have Sinew Dancer to play. I'm going first. We don't have black for this. We don't have green for this. I'm going to go ahead and mulligan. I think just a Sinew Dancer, 1/1 creature, having to rely on top decking lands of the right colour. Nah. Okay, that's better. Right. Flensing Raptor, Complete Devotion. This draws me an extra card. We want to draw into some black or some mana fixing. Let's keep 6. We're going to put a forest back. I want to keep the Vraska. So it's not the best opener. We'll see what we can do. Probably this is better than the first thing I had, though. Okay, let's play a tap land. Okay, aggressive start. He's got a 2/2. It's first strike trample on his turn. I'll play a 2/2 flyer. And if he gets blown up now, I'm probably in trouble. Okay, we're in the clear. It didn't get blown up. And we've drawn another land, which is very good news for our Apostle of Invasion. So I think we just swing in. And we use our trick to try and save this guy. Nice, basically 4/4 of stuff coming into play there. He's racing me very well here. This is going to be 5 damage. So probably I'm dead in 3 turns here. And I don't want to sack this yet because I want to get to the Apostle of Invasion. This can only block the 1/1. Okay, Melira is a 3/3 creature, so that's pretty awesome. That's a good blocker. And we'll keep applying those poison tokens. We don't draw a card if we pump up Melira because she doesn't have toxic. But we might have to do that. Rebel Salvo does 5 damage, so that just kills it, unfortunately. We can't save her. He gets through with 6 damage. It's looking a bit bad. We might have to pay 2 life for Vraska if we can top deck a swamp or something. So we probably have to do our emergency defense maneuver here and block with the Raptor and try and combat trick and take something out. Or well, we're probably dead next turn. But he's got to find removal, and well, there is a cheap pump spell that does +2/+2. I'm just thinking, do we have? Oh yeah, this thing has a corrupted thing. But I could attack with a Tyrranax Atrocity and put him on 5 poison and defend with this, which seems strange. Okay, let's play the Tyrranax Atrocity. I've made a decision. Do I want to attack with either of these? No, I think I'm gonna play it super safe. No attacks. Because I'm expecting the 1 red mana combat trick that does +2/+2. Got a 1/1 that can do direct damage. He's got all will be 1. Oh my god. Okay, every time he adds a counter, he gets to do direct damage. That's insane. There's not a whole heap of a lot we can do about that. We've got complete devotion, and that's it. We're not getting anything out of hitting him. I think we've got to stay back and end the turn. That can just ping me down. All will be 1 can just ping me down as well. Probably knows I've got complete devotion. I wouldn't be surprised. Yep, that makes sense. Just attack with everything. Go there. And the Scamp is a lot more dangerous. Let's get that one. If he has +2 plus the +2/+2, he still doesn't quite kill me. I go down to 1 though. Oh no, then all will be 1 kills me. Okay. Strange. I'm going to go for this and just gamble everything on the complete devotion. That gets 3 from flash, so I take, yeah, bunch of extra damage. 2 extra damage. 1 to me. Two to me, yeah. Damn it. I guess let's complete devotion on that. And we hit the Annex Sentry. All of my removal is slow. It's all sorcery speed in this deck. Good game. Well, first time I've lost to All Will Be One. I've actually tried to play it a couple of times and then I've never drawn it. Well, I don't know if it was at least one time. I might have tried it a second time as well. So that was yeah, that was a mulligan, wasn't it? We had quite a rough opening there, a bit too slow. Okay, it's going to be maximum 4 more games, 1 hour 12 minutes. If we're lucky, we get 4 more games. There's an argument there. I should have gone for the block and combat trick thing earlier, but I think that's just a 20/20 hindsight thing. We do have a really wonderful hand here. 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop. We've even got the Seed Core, which can help me cast the Evangelist. Oh, that's also quite aggressive. But I guess we want to load up on poison tokens. I'm going to swing in for 1 here. And yeah, the Raptor's a great follow-up to this. It's going to do 4 damage next turn and give him 2 poison. See if you can blow it up. Yeah, he's just got a 2/2 creature. Okay, we'll go Seed Core, Raptor. Boom. Oh, he's got a big creature now. Okay, cool. We got a tap land. That's nice. And Dune Mover can find me the next land, because I am going to get him to 3 poison now. I'll probably just let the Contaminator through. In fact, I can tap it down, can't I? Because I'm going to get to Corrupted, and this doesn't have reach. I think I want to... Yeah, that taps for 1 mana. Dune Mover. Maybe that Swamp. On top. End the turn. Okay, 2/3. Okay. Tap that down now. Right, Now the important thing is Seed Core's active, so we don't have to use the Evangelist yet. We could use Seed Core to get this to 3-2, tap down the Contaminator next turn again. But yeah, this guy won't get through, so I'm going to go with these two going in. Okay, Seed Core, go. I think if I play this, I won't have white mana to tap that down, but that's okay. I'm gonna take that on the chin and end the turn there. Nice, big haste creature. Cool. So I'm tempted to double block the Furnace Strider here. Okay, he's not attacking. That's good. Cool, got to 6 lands so we can keep that untapped. Maybe kill the 5 toughness thing. Attack these 2. So that should be a trade. I'm okay with that. It's the best game I've had with the Seed Core. I have had it a couple of times before. Oh yeah, that can sacrifice it. Could have sacrificed itself to bring back the Duelist. Oh, the Furnace Strider, nice. Right, we can yeah, tap that down. Yeah, this is a completely ridiculous rollout for my deck, I would say. Okay, that's 4 wins. So we've got an hour left for 3 games, so we can take 20 minutes a game if we want. Okay, 3 lands. We've got a couple of tap lands. In fact, this is all the black land mana sources in our deck, apart from the Seed Core. So we've got no white, but we do have a Dune Mover to try and fix that situation. We've got the Rot Priest Completed Devotion combo, which is very exciting. Yes, keep this hand, thank you. I think maybe, yeah, Dune Mover turn 2. I think or you could do Rot Priest tap land turn 2. It'd be good to play the Rot Priest with Completed Devotion support up. That's a good thing we're going first as well, because it's probably a bit of a slow start. Well, we do have... Yeah, we can't cast that. Yeah. Right, we've got a Dune Mover it. And get our planes. Here's the idea. We'll do Rot Priest. Actually, we won't attack. We'll play the Jawbone Duelist as well. And if he blows up the Rot Priest, we'll have to just take it on the chin. It's no big deal. Interesting. Okay, he's not going to target the Rot Priest because it's a pacifism. Okay, that's interesting. I think I'm going to hold the Completed Devotion for a bit longer. I will just attack with the Rot Priest. I want to play my Incisor Glider. If he targets something with removal, he gets corrupted. And Incisor Glider gets to pump the team, which is cool. But here, he's got a 2/5 blocker in the air. That's quite scary. Its power is equal to the number of artifacts you control. Now, Flensing Raptor can make this flying. Guess we don't really want to attack with a Rot Priest. Wait, if we do Completed Devotion pre-combat, this can pump things up. So that gets to 4/3, then 5/4. But we might do the Rot Priest. That might make sense, yeah? Because that they won't be able to kill the Rot Priest. This attacks, and this gets pumped to 2. 2 toughness isn't enough toughness. So, forget that idea. We'll attack with... we'll attack like that. That's fine. We'll lose something. But we'll probably get through for quite a lot of damage. That dies. He gets a card. Yeah, it didn't quite turn out how I'd hoped, but guess it's one less artifact on the board. I was worried he would kill my Rot Priest there by double blocking it. Another Cephalopod Sentry, and they go to 3/5. Wow. Yeah, okay, well, I can get him to 2/3 with a Raptor, and then 3/4. And he gets double blocked and killed, which isn't good. We have another Jawbone Duelist, so that's the other option. Let's work towards that. And we've only got 1 white mana, so we have to choose carefully. No attacks. That is quite a flying force he's got. But he's going on the offensive. I've not seen this card used yet, so... Oh, no. Yeah, of course he's got the Eternal Wanderer. Only one person can attack the Wanderer. He's going to kill all of the creatures. And I get to keep my pacifism creature. Ah, it's just what I always wanted. Nice, yeah. Eternal Wanderer is kind of a bitch. So, yeah, it's going to get huge value off this because I just can't beat it up at the moment. And I've only got the 1 white mana. Can I cast 1 spell at a time? It's a real pain. And I don't have any toxic things for this to apart from this thing, but there you go. But that said, I think I've just got to go for the Flensing Raptor here. And I can get flying and do nothing. But yeah, this is the other board wipe in the deck. It's they thought it'd be a good idea to put a board wipe on a Planeswalker that you can use the turn it comes into play. You don't even have to work to build up its loyalty at all. Seems balanced. I've run into it, needless to say, I've run into it 2 or 3 times in Limited. Okay, that's bounced. You get to draw a card, sure. Okay, and this is a 2/2 double strike, because that's a reasonable thing as well to have. Okay. We definitely want a Sinew Dancer. That's going to do a good job for me. Definitely want a flyer. Okay, this gravity gets unblockable. I'm looking at a lot of damage here. 6 damage probably going through. 8 damage with this one guy. Don't really want to trade off with him. Have to take down the Wanderer if I can. Only 1 creature can attack it each turn. How reasonable. And she just exiles something every turn, so you have no chance. She wipes the board, knocks you down to 1 pacifism creature, and then stops the last. Any creature you do get out just can't attack. Because it comes back at the end of your turn. And yeah, not much fun to play against that in limited, gotta say. Flensing Raptor, give him that flying, okay. Okay, we're gonna draw a card with this guy. It's gonna tap. Okay, let's tap. I don't know actually. Okay, let's play a Prism first. It's tapping green. Should you be tapping the green mana? And it's the only one. We don't know what we're going to draw. I suppose it's the Prism fixes. Yeah. Do get a land. Get just a car. We will get to tap something down that's very nasty. But then I think we die. We'll get a creature back at end of turn as well. Sure. Thing that does the most damage, probably the double striker. 4 damage. Okay, what's he got now? Gets to bounce something and replay it. Could he bounce a Planeswalker? He could literally bounce the Eternal Wanderer and replay it. Should be interesting. Just to get its loyalty tokens back. Yep, that blocker's gone. Right, okay, so that's doing 3, that's doing 4. Oh, yeah, let's not forget to do it. There we go. Best I can do. Yeah, hold that back because I can gain 2 life when I block those. And that does exactly 5 damage. For lethal. So yeah, if I tapped a flyer, I guess I could chump block the double striker. But I wouldn't gain any life off it. And they'd still get through with 5 damage. So yeah. But yeah, I don't think there was a way of getting another turn out of that. So yeah, I think I've run into the Eternal Wanderer a few times and lost every time, I suspect. It's quite a silly card. But we finish on 4 wins, 4 and 3. I'm happy with that. You get a good chunk of your entry fee back. It's going to be a bit... of course, next month I'm going to work on getting the Mastery Pass for Bo1. Doing a bit of... the quick draft will come back at the end of March, last couple of weeks. So I'm going to take advantage of that and try and build up my gems again. We'll look at this deck again. So I felt pretty happy with this deck. This was pretty nice. Mostly so green-white, splashing a couple of black cards. And I was impressed with Sinew Dancer. I didn't really use this before. Really good card. It's just I think there was one time they had the green creature I couldn't tap down. It was hexproof against non-green sources. But that's going to mess up most things, of course. We were a ramp deck. We're playing a couple of ramp cards, Cultivator and Atlas. And we're a Rot Priest deck as well. That was my first ever Rot Priest. That's good fun. The main combo we seemed to be getting was Jawbone Duelist on turn 2, followed by Flensing Raptor on turn 3. Because I've got 2 of each. A nice way of doing 4 damage and 2 poison on turn 3. And they've got various corrupt things that help out, like making the Sinew Dancer cheaper. Tyrranax can tap to do damage. Vivisection Evangelist can kill something, kill a creature when it comes into play. That's the biggest one. We've got a few. We're playing because we're ramping. We're playing a few more big creatures. We've got the 4/5 drops here. We've got the Apostle of Invasion. We've got Vraska as well. So I've got my own broken Planeswalker. She's not like the Wanderer. She only kills 1 creature when she comes into play. She doesn't wipe out the entire board, basically, apart from 1 creature on each side. Yeah, pretty good card to splash for, I think. We saw the Masticore in 1 game. I didn't blow up a single card with it. I had to discard a bunch of lands and didn't hit anything, but then it just basically was getting through for lethal. So it was just a 5/5 first strike, it turns out, is hard to deal with. We never saw Conduit of Worlds. This is the ultimate combo with the Masticore. All those big cards you discarded to blow up his stuff, you bring back with the Conduit of Worlds. So we didn't see that, but nice idea nonetheless. We had a lot of creature-based removal. It's all creature-based removal. We've got Sinew Dancer to tap down, Annex Sentry, Vivisection Evangelist, and also Planeswalker as well, and the Argentum Masticore. So it's kind of a weird situation. I felt I should play the Complete Devotion in order to make the most of the Rot Priest. It's just a good card in a toxic deck, I think. It's a worthwhile combat trick. And I dropped... Yeah, I played the Justiciar as well. I dropped the 2 copper long legs for these 2. And I don't think I missed the long legs. There weren't... If there was a prominent game where I lost to a 2/1 flyer, I'd probably think, damn, should have been playing copper long legs. But yeah, I just got the games I lost. I just got overwhelmed. I think long legs would not have made a difference. Yeah. Anyway, I had fun. That was good. The Seed Core was amazing for pumping up the Jawbone Duelist. Seems like the ultimate 1/1 in this set to pump up. Okay, let's claim the prize. 3 more packs. Okay, I think that is a video. So, thanks for watching.